So you can see I'm starting off on the dashboard view of CareRight, and I'm just assuming in this particular instance, I'm a nurse, I'm in my car, possibly I'm parked outside of somebody's home. I can go to my appointments, and today I'm nurse Chris Hemsworth. I can see that I have Maggie Carlson, then I have Andrew Anderson, and then I have Amy Bell, or patients whom I am visiting in home today. Now, a really nice jump off screen that we can use as part of this workflow is the list view. So you'll see here, if I just select list, now I can see in consecutive order which patient I have and what the consultation type is. And then associated to that, we can have what we call a nurse visit form. So let's just pretend we're walking inside, we're greeting Maggie, we're talking to her, and it's now time to start that nurse visit form. So we can just select form. Lovely. The first thing we will need to do, and I might just make the comment here, please don't get bogged down on any of the detail. You would know that our intelligent forms are very configurable, so we can really have in here whatever you want to be able to workflow with the patient as part of a community outreach nurse visit. In this particular instance, we're saying who we are, and we're nurse Chris Hemsworth today. We are then starting the clock. We are starting the visit. At this point, we can choose one or more of the visit types. Let's just pretend that we are doing a 3-monthly review and collection of records today. At this point, this particular form asks us to take some measurement details for the patient. So I'm just going to put in some pulse, respiration, temperature. I could put in any other observation that I wanted to. And then, is there any updates to the treatment plan? Yes, maybe I'll say, we need to schedule visits more often with the patient. The next part is the finish visit. So we can describe what this form was. Is it personal care, clinical visit, or post-operative review? We might do clinical visit for today. And at this form, at this part, or at this time, we would then either want to save it for continued use later, or we can approve it, which locks it away into the clinical file. You can see there I did forget to click the confirm visit has finished, which we get an error message. We can then hit approve. Excellent. So that information that we collected today will then be saved to the patient's clinical record. So if I go into Maggie's file here, again, just jumping off this list view, go down to clinical notes, we can see that that assessment nurse visit form, which has been approved, locked away, is now saved. Its date and time stamped and user stamped. And we can go in there and we can review the information that was collected if we want. Okay, so we've visited Maggie very rapidly in this particular instance, but at a later time, we may want to run reports on this type of activity. So from the dashboard view, we're just going to go down to reports, and you can see one of my nice quick reports I have readily available is the nurse visit form. I'm going to click on that. It's going to say, what would you like to see as part of this nurse visit form? In this particular usage, all I want to see is event end, the patient, minutes spent, who the nurse was, and the services delivered. So I could add in other filters or widgets if I wanted to. I could also do it over a date and time range. But in this particular instance, I'm just going to run that report, and we'll just view it for today's demonstration. So now I've got a full report of every single time a nurse visit form was conducted in home. I can see the date and the time that occurred. I can see on which patient that was undertaken. I can see how many minutes were spent. Obviously, this is a demo environment, so the visits are quite rapid. And then I can see the type of service that was delivered as well. Okay, so that concludes our demonstration for just a typical community outreach nurse visit consultation within the home. Thank you.